Jenny Henderson from Chrysalis Business Support, and I'm here with Rich Brown, the Digital Marketing Manager of Quick Buy Designs, a good friend of mine and a great contact and an amazing specialist in social media strategies. Rich has taught me so much about what we should be doing in terms of digital media and social media. I've been lucky enough to go on a number of his training courses, so please do check out the details because he is a great expert in this, and I'm delighted to have him along here today to create one of my little videos that I want to share with you guys to help you understand this plethora of channels that we've got available to us, this digital marketing channel, this great area that we can play in nowadays for our businesses. So what we want to talk today about is you've been dabbling in social media maybe for a little while, you've been kind of
got your profiles,
you got your profile, but you want to take yourself to the next level. You really want to start engaging and you really want to start getting more traffic coming through those channels and seeing what it can do for you in a more strategic way. So what do you tell people, Rich? How do you help?
I would say the biggest thing to it is consistency.
Okay.
So it's really hard to sit with someone and say, how many likes have you got on Facebook? How many followers have you got on Twitter? Okay, well in that case your stuff should be seen by X amount of people and you should be getting X amount of clicks. It doesn't work it's not that simple, unfortunately, sometimes, and unfortunately. And also it depends what you put, because to be honest, what you put in could be a load of rubbish. So the thing for it is about consistency. Okay. So people watching this, you've got your social media platforms and profiles set up. I would say the most important thing is to inject that consistency into what you're posting. So post a couple of times a week. You don't have to post 5 times a week. Okay. Those kind of myths out there that you've got to post all the time. I would say you let your content dictate your schedule, not your schedule dictate your content. Okay. So I work with a lot of people, they'll say, I don't know what to put. And it's Thursday and I know I should put something and I haven't put anything today and I struggled to think of what to put yesterday. I've got no hope today. But they feel this pressure that they should be posting. Okay. And then what they end up doing is posting something fairly generic, something they probably posted a couple of days ago. It might be a bit salesy, which doesn't really work. We'll come on to that in a bit. So if you haven't got anything to put, don't worry about it. You're better off doing 2 or 3 posts a week, good quality, rather than like 5 times a week and you've just got to say something. It doesn't, it's quality over quantity. Okay. So get that consistency in. And then the other part to it is around, there's a term called social influencing. Okay. So social influencing and social selling, there's different variations and definitions of social selling, but in my kind of simplistic way, social selling is the call to action. That's the buy me, book this, sign up to this. Yeah. And that should only form probably between 10 or 20% of what you post on social media. Got you. The other 80% of what you should be posting on your platforms is social influencing. And that's me influencing your opinion of me by sharing knowledge, advice, tips, testimonials, proof of work, all that sort of stuff. I'm not necessarily asking you to book on my course or do anything like that, but I'm demonstrating that I know what I'm going on about, that I'm an expert in my field, that I'm trustworthy, all those sorts of things that you want to try and post. So try and do that sort of style of posting works. But the biggest thing is consistency, and I would say for most people, the way to get that consistency is around scheduling. So scheduling tools is a really good way of doing it. It's the biggest trick of all the social media experts out there.
Telling you all the secrets,
I know, people. I am a bit. It's scheduling. So there's lots of scheduling tools out there. You can schedule posts within Facebook, but there's Hootsuite, Buffer, all sorts. There's loads of them out there, and I'm sure people know one already. Get yourself one of those. Yeah. And the way I work with people is by identifying kind of topics of what you can post. You can then spend between 1 and 2 hours a week scheduling your forthcoming week's posts. Right. So that's what I do. I very rarely post directly onto my own social media platforms. I'll spend 1 to 2 hours on a Friday morning and I'll schedule my post for the week. Great. And then you can just let it go and just, obviously you're kind of still around to engage with content when people come in. But that way you can just maintain that visibility, which is quite the important thing. And you're not spending hours and hours of your day staring at your screen thinking, what am I going to post? Because although I'm a huge advocate of social media, it's not that good. You can't afford to spend weeks and weeks on this. It's got to form part of your day, and just doing like a couple of hours a week, scheduling your week in advance, that can help you with the time management part to it. And and then coming back to that first point about what to expect from it, once you've got that consistency in and you post Monday, Wednesday, Friday every week for three months, then you can go back and look at, right, okay, how many people are seeing this? How many people are engaging with it? Then you've got your own benchmark to measure yourself against. Because then if you change something and it goes down, you know that didn't work, so you change it back, or you might change it and it goes up, but you create your own benchmark to mark yourself against, because it's really, really hard. That you can Google it, and there's lots of how many followers you should have, what time of day you should post, and all these sorts of things. It's all out there if you want to Google it, but the truth is you won't know yours until you do it. And if you just for 3 months inject that consistency, and then you've at least got something to measure yourself against.
Brilliant.
And then scheduling it is the key to get that consistency.
Fantastic. I guess it's a bit like the writer's block, isn't it? When you're sat there, you're looking for something.
Yes.
You're never going to find it, because that's just going to be looking at a blank page. So by being able to
yeah,
have
exactly,
that
and just
content,
identifying it. So that's the way I do it with myself and with the clients that I do. I don't know exactly what I'm going to put next week.
Yeah.
But I know the topics. I know I will share probably a testimonial, a tip on social media, and maybe some more advice or something else, or some work I've done. I don't know exactly what it's going to be yet, but I'm kind of halfway there to writing the content.
Brilliant.
And that's that point. If you have that strategy in place, then you're half the time that you spend worrying about these platforms. And you're not a slave to it. You know, you don't owe them anything. Yeah. You have to make it work for you and put it in a way that you can manage your time.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Hope you've enjoyed that. Hope you've got some great tips. It's about consistency, it's about scheduling, and it's about being a social influencer. So make sure you've got the right balance between social influencing and social selling. So thanks for joining me, Rich.
My pleasure.
And I'll speak to you soon.